Elon Musk has finally bought Twitter, and if leftists are to be believed, that spells the end of this country. Because a nation that has lived through a revolution, a civil war, 2 world wars, the Great Depression, the Industrial Age, that has gifted mankind with its greatest innovations, and which fundamentally changed the landscape of humanity in the name of freedom and prosperity, is apparently being brought to its knees because some people are now allowed to say things on the internet that leftists don't like. Free speech, they say, will end our democracy and usher in a new era of fascism and hate. And the funny, not funny thing about all of this is that silencing speech, that's what a fascist does. And our nation has a long history of pushing back on it. So while leftists might be ready to kiss this country goodbye, as far as I'm concerned, they can kiss something else. Leftists are predictably freaking out now that Elon Musk is the owner and sole director of Twitter, because opening the platform back up to free speech means that they can't control information, or what we can talk about, especially heading into an election. So naturally, they pulled out the only line they've got, that unmoderated speech will spell the end of our democracy and will usher in a new age of fascism and hate.
I think it's going to be a free-for-all hellscape. And I imagine that Trump will return to unleash his vitriol. Others that have been banned will return to unleash their vitriol. Why is it a hellscape? It's a hellscape because of the people that are on it and the vitriol that anonymously they think they can spew out there.
The people that are inhabiting Twitter, to me, it's a digital rage room. People go there to act out the therapy they're not getting.
So, first of all, holy hyperbole, Batman, you do realize, don't you, that Twitter isn't real life? You can choose not to be on it. As a matter of fact, according to Twitter's own numbers, only about 238 million people use it daily, and that's if you assume that those are all actual people and not bots. Great for advertising, but still, that amounts to about 3% of the entire global population. That's it. If seeing opinions that you don't agree with triggers you that bad, log off and go outside with everyone else. But see, that's not the point, is it? Leftists aren't mad simply because they might be exposed to things they don't like. They're mad because they're no longer the sole disseminators of information. No longer do they stand at the gateway of the internet like a giant hall monitor, making sure that the only things that we're allowed to share and discuss are government-approved left-wing talking points. You know, like, everyone get this COVID vaccine or you'll kill grandma, or there's nothing to that Hunter laptop story, shut up and move along. And perhaps the most shameless part about this entire meltdown is that these are the same speech Nazis who claim that free speech will spell the end of our democracy.
But he owns Twitter. What are your concerns about this major social media platform being owned by Elon Musk right now?
I'm concerned what rules he's going to have that safeguard democracy and how we're going to do that in a responsible and independent way.
This is how it gets really bad. This is the start of something that gets really, really bad. If you are getting the guardrails off the truth, where it literally cannot catch up to the lies on the internet because of how the pipes work, how the system works, because of the incentives of the richest people in the world, then that's how you lose your democracy.
Here's the actual definition of democracy: a system of government by the whole population or all of the eligible members of a state, typically through elected representatives. The word democracy describes a governmental structure, not a standard of internet moderation or level of liberalism. If you have a system in which individuals may freely elect a candidate of their choosing, whether they're all Rhodes Scholars or dumber than a sack of hammers, whether they all vote the way you want or not, if you have that system of government, you have a democracy, or in our specific case, a democratic republic. But the left has warped the word democracy to mean things we approve of, and anything they don't approve of is automatically fascism. The word democracy no longer has any actual meaning to them because they simply use it as a catch-all term for things we like. If you don't vote the way they want, if you don't support all of their big government multi-trillion-dollar policies, if you dare to question their narrative, you are destroying our democracy. If you support someone's right to speak their mind, even when you disagree with them, you're a fascist. And the most ironic part of this whole entire thing is that shutting down free speech and demanding that people toe a particular political line or face censorship and oppression is actual fascism. Denying the right of the people to vote for the candidate of their free choosing is fascism. Shutting down dissenting opinions or the ability to share information that doesn't match with the government agenda is fascism. Weaponizing government agencies that squash stories that aren't favorable to a particular candidate or political party is fascism. And that's exactly what the left tries to do every single day, and it's what they just lost over on Twitter. See, I'm not afraid of left-wing free speech, and I'll support it till the day I die. You know why? Because I'm not afraid of it. I can beat left-wing arguments with facts and logic. I don't need to shut people up to win. If my argument requires silencing those who disagree, then my argument sucks. And I'm willing to stand on what I believe in because I believe it's the truth. And only cowards who fear the truth demand to speak in a vacuum. And that's your reality check, America. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube and Rumble pages, like us over on Facebook and Twitter, and stay sane out there.